He stopped breathing. Something behind him didn't. It took him a second to notice. Just a run. Same trail, same loop. It had never felt long before. 3 miles, in and out. Nothing complicated. The woods sat behind his neighborhood, a narrow path, cutting through trees that never felt deep enough to matter. You could hear cars if you stopped, long enough. You could always find your way out. That's what made it easy to forget. The fog was there when he stepped outside, not heavy, just close, like the distance had been pulled inward. He could still see the street, the houses, the mailbox at the corner, but everything past that softened. Edges didn't hold. Sound felt thinner. He started running anyway. The first stretch was pavement. Shoes against concrete, even rhythm, breath steady, nothing unusual. Then he turned into the woods. The ground gave slightly under his feet. Cooler air, quieter, too quiet, but not enough to stop. He kept his pace, in, out, out. The trail curved the way it always did, past the same trees, same uneven patch of ground. His body knew it. That's why it felt wrong. When things arrived late, a turn came a few steps after it should have. A tree stood where it belonged, just not when it belonged. He noticed, then ignored it. That was the first mistake. He kept running, checked his watch. Distance normal, time normal, everything lined up. Except his breathing sounded louder, not heavier, just closer, like it wasn't leaving him. He adjusted his pace, tried to smooth it out. In, out, in, out. Then something slipped into it. Quiet, barely there. A second rhythm. It blended at first, easy to miss. But once he heard it, it stayed. Just behind his own breath, not matching, not trailing. Like it was following the shape of it. He slowed down. It slowed. Same delay, same spacing. He sped up. It adjusted. Still just behind. He told himself it was sound. It didn't behave like sound. He kept moving. Faster now. Not panicking. Just trying to stay ahead of it. The trail stretched. Unchanged. Unbroken. Still the same path. But the timing kept slipping. Things arrived later. Then later. Then later than that. He checked his watch again. The number climbed. Distance increasing. But the trail didn't match it. He should have been near the end. He wasn't. The second breathing stayed. Measured. Calm. Uninterested. Like it wasn't reacting to him at all. Listen. He slowed to a stop. Feet planted. Hands on his hips. His chest rose and fell. Hard. Loud. He focused on it. Tried to separate the sounds. One breath. Then the other. Still there. Still just behind. He turned his head slightly. Not all the way. Just enough to listen. Nothing. No footsteps. No movement. No shift in the air. Only that second rhythm. He stood still. Completely still. His breathing began to settle. Slower. Quieter. In. Out. In. He held it. Silence. No movement. No sound. The second breathing continued. Steady. Uninterrupted. Right where it had always been. Something was wrong. He didn't turn around. Didn't need to. Whatever it wasn't moving. It wasn't getting closer. It wasn't leaving. It was just there, at the same distance, as if distance didn't apply. He started walking, slow, controlled. The breathing followed, same delay, Same rhythm. He walked faster. It adjusted. He stopped again. It didn't. It never stopped. The woods didn't feel like space anymore. They felt occupied, not by something moving through them, something already placed inside them, fixed, aware, not watching, just present. He didn't run, not yet. Running meant panic. He needed something to hold, something to make sense, but nothing did. The trail kept going, longer than it should. The turns came too late. The end never arrived, and the breathing never changed, never broke, never slipped. As if it didn't belong to lungs or anything alive, he started running, faster now, control slipping. The ground blurred. The trees stopped feeling like distance. His breathing broke apart, sharp, uneven, too loud. The second breathing didn't. It stayed steady, perfect, unchanged, right behind him. It didn't make sense. He ran until his legs burned, until his chest tightened, until... The trail didn't end. He was just out. Pavement under his feet, clear air, no fog, no blur, everything normal, houses, street, sky. He stopped, bent forward, hands on his knees, trying to pull air back into his chest. His breathing filled his ears, rough, real. He listened, waited, nothing else. No second rhythm, no delay, no presence, just him, alone. He straightened slowly, looked back at the trail. It looked smaller now, ordinary, like it had always been that way. He checked his watch. The number was too high, by more than it should be. He stared at it, tried to place himself somewhere solid, somewhere that made sense. His breathing slowed, even, controlled. One rhythm, only one, for a moment. Then, soft, faint, close. It started again. Not behind him, not in front, just close enough to follow.